Good morning, students. Let us begin with our chapter 3, that is page layout in MS Word 2007. We will be using Microsoft Word 2007. In this session, we will study uh, page setup, that is many features, what not different features we can set. Features of page can be set using page setup, that is setting the margins, orientation of the page, then adding the columns in a document, then size of the columns, etc. Then we'll change the page background, that is we can add the page background color, and as well as watermark, how to add the watermark and all, then how to add the page borders. Okay, let us begin. First we have to open Microsoft Word 2007. I have to click on Microsoft Office folder. So Microsoft Office package which has the Microsoft Office. So here you have the Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, then Microsoft Word, then Microsoft Access for the database related programs. We use Microsoft Word. And then Microsoft Office OneNote 2007. Here since we are study Microsoft Office Word, we will click on Microsoft Office Word 2007. Okay, we'll wait till it opens. In this chapter, we will study how to set various customize the page features. Okay, so I have opened Microsoft Word. I'll save this document in direct drive, that is I'll save in Microsoft new volume 2005. Create one folder with name class 6. Okay, all the folders related to class 6 will be added here. First program. First program. Click enter. Okay. The very first thing you have to do is first you have to save your document in the location wherever you want. It's better you have to save in the some drive. You don't save it in downloads or desktop. Save it in D drive or F drive. Default location will be, suppose if you don't select any option, if you suppose while saving, if you don't give any if you don't select any drive, by default it will be saved in downloads, that is my PC or my computer. Here when you click on my computer, the left side you will have the documents folder. By default it will save here. Okay, next first we'll see what is page setup, then how to add margins, orientation, size and columns. Okay, what is page setup? Under the page setup, that is under page setup can be done. All the page setup features can be done. Page layout, I have told this is what is ribbon menu. This entire thing is called ribbon menu. That everything, this one at the top, everything is called ribbon menu. Okay, this is you can see home tab. This is called home tab. Here you have the copy paste option. Then you can change the font size. If you want to type in Kannada, you have to use Onaju. Then I can change any, like if you are using typing Hindi, you change the font here. Okay, by default if you're typing in, you can change the font style. Okay, here using the, then you have bold if you want to make the text as bold, italic, underline if you want to click on underline. You can different types of underlines here. Okay, suppose if I write page setup, okay, I want this is to be displayed in bigger size. I select it as 24. Any if you select a smaller size, it becomes smaller. If I click on 36, font size will be 36. Suppose I want to change this as Times New Roman, it will look like this. If I change to consolas, it will be look like this. I hope you have studied all those things in your 5th standard. This okay. Then I'll make it as bold. Okay, it's by default it's bold. Italic page will like italic, then underline. See like this. If I click on this arrow, I will get different types of underline. Whichever underline, what type of underline I can use that. Then if I want to change other than black color, I can use red color, green, yellow. Okay, like this I can change the underline format as well as the color of the underline. Okay, next subscript. In your mathematical formula you have used a square, change to this one, a square, then b square. Okay, how to put? If I put a square, if I click on this superscript, 2 will be subscript. If I want b2, I click on this one, subscript. Okay, by using, if you are using 2000 Microsoft Word 2003, you will not have this ribbon menu. Okay, you have to select a font menu from here. There you have to change the subscript or superscript, then text, which all those things. You will not display anything here. Okay, so here also you have the options. If you click on strike through, this strike will be, the text will be striked. Then double strike through, it will be like this. Okay, then shadow, then I can small caps. So since it is a number, it will not be. So suppose I want, by default I have enter, by mistaken if I entered the all the characters in capital letters, but I want it should be displayed in small letter. What I have to do? Click on the font, put it in small caps. Now suppose here I have the option on this one, lowercase or uppercase. Lowercase, it will become lowercase. So right, A B C D. Okay, I want it should be displayed in uppercase. It will be converted to uppercase. Okay, if you want it in, suppose a entire document you want to convert it, you have to delete it again and you have to enter the text again, isn't it? So instead of that, you can just click on the, select the text and change the uppercase or lowercase. Okay, next we will move to the actual our point, that is the page setup. Under page layout tab, using page setup, these are the ribbon menu. You have the menus, isn't it? Home, insert, page layout, reference, mailings. Then insert, under insert tab you have the groups. Pages is the group, tables is the group, illustrations is the group, links is the group, header and footer can be added from these groups. Okay, header and footer comes under insert tab. As page layout, since page layout you have themes group, page setup group, page background group, paragraph group and arrange group. So inside the tab you have the groups. Okay, next we in this session we will study in all the features of the page setup group. Okay, next we'll see what is margin. So in the page layout tab, first we'll study what is margins. Okay, margins, page margin is the blank space page margin is the blank space around the edges edges of the page. You usually insert text and graphics to the printable area between margins. That is, you usually insert text graphics between the margins. Okay, I type plan this much. However, you can position some item, that is, margin is a blank space around the edges of the margin. That is, page margin is the blank space around the edges of the margins. Okay, this is called margins. You usually insert text and graphics in the printable area between margins. Okay, now next we will see how to add the margin. We have to click on page layout tab, then click on the page setup. In the page setup group, click on margins down arrow. Okay, can you see the down triangle, small triangle? Click on that. You will have the default this many margins are there. You can create your own custom margin. You can create your own margins using custom margins. Okay, now if I click on normal, it will add 1 inch at the top, left at the 1, bottom at the 1. Okay, this is the normal page margin. Okay, then moderate means top will be 1 inch, then bottom will 1 inch, at the right, left will 0.75. Okay, like that. Okay, you can see the difference. See, if I click on this page, I'll put it as normal. You can see the here text is there, isn't it? My cursor is here. If I change to moderate, it moved to left, isn't it? It reduces the left. It reduces the left and right margin. Okay. If I put top as 0, left as 0. If I put everything it as 0. Okay. You can see the preview here. Okay, orientation. Okay, on outside the printable area, you will get error message because and it's a warning message, not error message. You will get one or more page margins set outside the printable area of text. Choose the fix button to increase the appropriate margin. That is, I click on ignore. You will see how when I click reduce the page margin to 0, that is, page margin will be more here. Okay, although you can set your own by using custom margin. Okay, here I'll change this to default, that is normal. Then I click on it. This is called page margin. Okay. You can specify your own margin using custom margins. Then now these are the default margins available in the Microsoft Word 2007. Next we will see orientation. What is orientation? Before moving to the orientation, we will see the page margins option, that is view page margins. Now click on to view the page margins. What are the default page margins set by the Microsoft Word? to view that, click on Microsoft Office Word button. This is called Microsoft Office button. Microsoft, this button is called, if you move the cursor here, you will see the Office button. Click on that and then click on Word options. See here, click on this option. Click on Word options. You will get window. There, click on Advanced. Okay. Then click on Text Boundaries. Where is that? Show Text Boundaries. Can you see here? No, isn't it? Show Text Boundaries. Can you see here? Show Text Boundaries. Click on this checkbox. It's under Show Document Content, isn't it? Show Text Boundaries comes under Show Document Content. Click on that, then click on OK. Can you see the difference? If you have shown where is the page margin is located, isn't it? To add this, view the page margins. This is the page margin. If I change the page margin to let I put a custom margin, I will change to left one as 0.75. The top margin I change it to move to the up, isn't it? I hope you understood how to set the page margins. See the bottom margin. I'll change this bottom margin to 0. And see what is the difference. Bottom margin I put it as 0. Okay. See the difference. You come to the 0, isn't it? Next we will see what is orientation. Page orientation. You can choose either portrait or vertical. That is, portrait means vertical top to bottom, or you can put horizontal orientation for the part of your document. By default, it will be the portrait orientation. Okay, you can change it to landscape. But here you will not come to know the much difference. But when you click on landscape, text will be printed from left to right, not top to bottom. Okay, that is two orientations, top to bottom and the landscape orientation. To change the orientation, which tab you have to click on? You have to go to Page Layout tab, isn't it? You have to click on Page Layout tab. In that page setup group, click. If you want, you can choose directly from here, and also you can click on this small arrow here, page, and near Page Setup group. You click on this arrow. You will have the option here also, paper. Under Paper tab. Under Margin tab. This is called tabs. Okay. In the page setup dialog box, you will have the margins. You can set the margins, then you can set the orientation. By default, it will be portrait, but you can change to landscape also. You can preview the here. See the preview here. Okay, top to bottom, vertical. That is vertical. Text will be aligned vertically. Or in landscape, text will be aligned left to right. You can apply to whole document or this point forward. From this point forwards, you can apply this searching features. Okay. I hope you understood what is page margin, how to set the page orientation, what is page orientation, how to set the page orientation. You can either choose from here, or you can go to page setup. Earlier in Microsoft Word 2003, you have to select. You had those file option, then page setup, all those format options will be there. Like this menus, you will not you didn't have these options here. You just click on there, you'll get menus under each sub menus. Okay, you have to search, but here this in Microsoft Word 2007, it made it easy to use those features. By looking at the icons, you can use it, but in Microsoft Word 2003, you have to search for the menus. Okay, Next we will see what is size. To choose the size of a paper, next we will see what is size. That is the size of the paper. Okay. So in in orientation, the Microsoft Word automatically inserts section breaks before and after the text that has new orientation. That is, if you are suppose you have the two pages. Suppose here I have the one page. I will put one more page. You can click on here, or you can add the insert new pages. Okay, one page. You can add two pages like this. Okay, Microsoft Word automatically inserts section breaks before and after the text that has the new. Suppose I can make this page as the horizontal portrait, and this page as the landscape. Okay. For that, Microsoft automatically adds section breaks before and uh, after the text that has the new orientation. Next, we will see what is size, how to set the paper size. Okay. To choose the size of the paper you will be printing, that is to size of the paper, that is A4 sheet or letter size, all those things can be set using the set size, okay. To set the paper size, I keep this as the portrait itself. To set the size, I hope you know as at least you will be knowing what is A4 size, letter, legal paper, and these are the different paper sizes available in Microsoft Word. Okay, there are many paper sizes available: A3, A4. Then mostly you will be using A4 sizes. You can see here also. Click on more paper size. Here you can set the width also. For the letters, default is 8.5. Then height means top to bottom, that is 11. You can increase it or decrease it, but usually letter paper has the this width and height. Okay. Then paper size, you are going to size the size. You have to click on page layout tab, then click on size menu, and you can click on page setup, this down arrow. You can set here also paper size. Okay. Earlier you have set the margins on the orientation here. In next tab, that is paper tab, you can set those features here also. I'll change this to A4 size. If you want, you have to click on this down arrow. You'll get different menus. Okay, different paper sizes. Click on any one, whichever you want to use. Click on that, then click on OK. The paper. Okay. Next, we will see how to add the columns. I hope you understood what is margin, orientation, size. You can change your own size in the custom size also. That is more paper size you have. You can set here. You can change the custom size. Click select here custom size. Then change the what is the width, what is the height based on. You can change it in the lab and see how paper it changes. Okay. Next we will see how to put the columns. For that I just to show you, I need some this one word options. I'll change this one. We have changed advanced menu. In that we have clicked on show text boundaries. I click on remove that text boundary. Here I just copy paste some I just just copy paste the content from the Wikipedia because the internet is very slow here. I just wanted to show what is this one, how to add the columns. Yeah, I have the this much text and add little more. Just to show to add the columns. Okay, I just change this to New Roman. Then I'll change the font to 14. Okay, then I'll change, click on justify. When you click on it, will justify it, it will look little neat. And just change the font color to black. Can you see the difference? Here blue color and all there. I just remove that and put it in a black color. Okay, fine. Enough this much text is. Next we'll see what is column. What is column? This is how many column? This page is the one column page, isn't it? Only one column is there. You can add as many columns you want. You can put 2 column, 3 column or anything. Here I put it as how to change the column. You have to click on, if you have the home tab, if you are in home tab, you have to click on page layout. Then there you have the option called columns. Okay, column, you have 1 column, 2 column, 3 column, left or right or more columns you can specify. Okay, next we'll set how. Suppose I want this one should be in, I want it in the 2 column. So by default text, you can see the how cursor will move. Okay, from here to here. Then at the first page, when it reaches at the end of the first page, cursor, yeah, because it goes to the end, then cursor will move to the top of the first page. Sorry, on top of the second page. Like this, cursor will move. Okay, and possibly. Okay, when you reach the end of the first page, cursor will be moved not here. Okay, cursor will move to, that is continuation is at the top of second column. Okay, it moves to here. Understood what is the 2 column? Then when move to the when it reaches here, if I click on this here and I put right arrow, it moves to here at the A, that is wiki. When you click on down arrow, it goes till the end of the first column. Then if I click on right arrow, it moves to the second column of second page. Okay, not on the first page. That is every page it adds the 1 or 2 columns. Okay, if I don't want, I just put it as 1 column. Then I can put number of columns, how many columns we want. That is we can set custom our own columns, 1 or 2 by default, right, or 3. Number of columns by default is 1. You can that is you can specify width, then spacing, how much spacing should be between the 2 columns. Okay, that is I'll tell see here, when I click on how much spacing should be set between 2 columns, that is how much spacing should be between this much space also you can set using more columns. Then width, how much, okay, spacing, how much, what is the width of the column, how much spacing should be left between the columns. Okay, that is here equal width in both columns. You can right left side is less, right side is the more width, like that you can specify. Okay, hope you understood what is margin, orientation, size and columns. isn't it?